Hello, it's Sunday, my gaming weekend is done, and it's earlier in the day, so I'm filming somewhere other than in my dining room, because I have light, actually. So, since my weekend is over, I thought I would show you all the fun stuff that I got. Let's start with Goodwill. The one and only thing I got from this Goodwill was this, and you would probably think, that's cool, because you got a Rumble Pak in the box for only $6. But I bought it without opening it, and let me show you what's inside. Game manuals. Lots and lots of game manuals. So, this is cool, but it would have been cooler that if the Rumble Pak was in the box. So, that was my own fault for not looking before I bought, so keep that in mind when you all go shopping. Look before you buy. I normally am pretty good about that, but in all honesty, only lately have I had a lot of good luck thrifting. So I was just so excited, and I was like, ooh, $6, and then I bought it. So, that was my own fault. So let's move on. Next is another Goodwill. I got two Genesis games. One is Jurrasic Park, and the other one's called Frank Thomas Big Hurt, I guess. These were both $1.99, but green tags were 50% off, so it was 98 cents or whatever. So we'll start with Jurrasic Park. The case looks great. The game looks great. No manual. So that's cool. Add that to the collection. And then Big Hurt. The game looks fine. The case looks fine. But I'm not a sports fan. So we may recycle this case for something else. I haven't decided yet. Because I really am not interested in sports games. And the Genesis has a lot of them. So we'll decide on that later. Next is Savers. I've had a lot of luck at Savers lately, so this is no exception. Rocky for the GameCube. It's complete. It has the game and the manual. The game looks perfect. I'll show it to you, even though you probably won't be able to see it. But the game looks perfect. There's no defects on it at all. I mean, the game looks great. I mean, there's a sticker on the front that I'm going to need to get off. This was $3.99, but I had a 30% off coupon, so you take $1.20 off or something like that. So that's cool. Love GameCube stuff, I guess. Next, we have an Atari Flashback, and it was complete. It had the manual, which is cool. We have the two controllers, which look very similar to the original controllers. From what I understand, I have not seen an original controller in a very long time. So the rubber piece goes all the way across the joystick, but this one does not. It has rubber down here, and that's it. And from what I hear, this part, like the joystick, feels different altogether. But still, it'll work in the Atari if I really want it to. I have a knockoff one that I use right now, but I love it, so we'll see. And then the system. This one looks better than the one I bought previously. I mean, it looks like it's really not been touched at all. It's dusty, but... And then the AC adapter, which you don't need to see. So, that is cool. A complete flashback. So that was awesome. That was $10, but again, I had a coupon for 30% off, so whatever amount you take off of that is how much I paid. So, almost the same amount as what I paid for just the system previously, I got a complete one. So I'm really excited about that. That's it for thrifting. Next is the swap meet. I went there over the weekend, and I walked up to a vendor that had a bunch of Nintendo games, and I asked him how much, and he said $4 a piece. And I ended up picking up 6 games, and I offered him $20 for the 6, and he said yeah. So I was pretty proud of myself, because I'm not one to barter, but I did it this time, and it worked out just fine. So let me show you what games I got. First up is Rygar. Again, this was $4, or if you want to consider it the free one, that works too. I've heard good stuff about this game, but I've never played it, so I'm looking forward to that. Next is Legend of Zelda. It's, the gold's coming off, but that's common with these games. I mean, it's really not that bad. I know someone who wants to buy this, so that's why I bought it. So there we go with that one. Next is Paperboy. Again, these were all $4 and one of them was free. So I'm excited about Paperboy because I've been wanting it for the Game Boy for a long time because I used to play that a lot growing up. So having it for the Nintendo will be a good substitute, but I probably not be satisfied until I have the Game Boy version. So we'll see. But again, $4. Next is G.I. Joe the Atlantis Factor. I actually already own this, but it's worth a lot, so I will probably resell it. So buying it for $4 and selling it for, I don't know, somewhere between $13 and $16, I'll be satisfied. So it looks good, it's just a bit dirty. And on the back there's a sticker from GameStop that says $12.99. So it's kind of funny, they haven't sold Nintendo games for a long time. So it's nice to know that the value hasn't changed that much. And then G.I. Joe, just G.I. Joe. I do not own this. It's a little yellowed up here, but other than that it looks fine. This is another one that's worth, I don't know, $11, something like that. So I'm excited about this because I paid $4 or it was free, whatever. So that's awesome. It looks great. And then last, which I actually consider the free one outside of those, is Kung Fu Complete in the box. The box, to me, has like normal wear and tear. There's the sticker's been ripped off right there, but that's okay. But to me, I'm excited because this is the one I consider to be the free one because I picked it up at the last second when I offered the guy $20. So the game is in there. Again, it looks like it's never been touched. It looks like it's never been played. I looked at the pins and it looks like it's never touched a Nintendo system. So that's pretty cool. So there's that. The Nintendo sleeve's in there. I'm just not going to try to pull it out. I got the manual, so that's cool. And then the little advertisement poster thing that I'm not going to open up, but that's cool. And then the advertisement for Nintendo Power. So, that is it. All the stuff that I found from this weekend. I found a lot more, but obviously I'm not going to buy everything I find because then I would be swimming in doubles and stuff that I don't want. But I try to donate stuff often, so I can get coupons for savers and get 30% off of stuff. Because you never know what you're going to find. You never know if you're going to find nothing or an Atari Flashback that's complete. So that was all I found this weekend. If you're interested in seeing what manuals I have, I'm not going to post them in the description, but I will do a post on my website. Again, that's enjoyvideogaming.com. You can see all the manuals I have, and I'll take better pictures of all this stuff. And that is it. So I will talk to you all again soon. Bye!